One of the best and satisfying mapping build in the game. Even better, clear and more tonkier than the previous version. We can reach more than 20k energy shield by mapping and 10k energy shield by bossing. What's up guys, Pidget here. I made several changes to the build. I leveled up a few times, that is opened up a little bit more space to move around on the tree so we can squeeze in more energy shield from the passive tree. Upgraded multiple gear pieces, and also the build is now have item rarity to get better loot while mapping. We have more than 110% item rarity increase, while we maintaining pretty high energy shield while mapping, and also don't forget we still have evasion, making us much more tonkier compared to the other builds while mapping. Added a new tech to the build. Because our Corpsewade boots is killing our minions, we can utilize that with a single change. Using custom minion death buff. We will link this to Contagiation. If you not use this spell before, it will cause the enemy take chaos damage over time, and if the target dies while this debuff is active, it will spread all the chaos damage over time debuffs. Poison is the chaos damage over time debuff, so this will spread, making the build more satisfying to play. This can be pretty wide, especially in Breach. Sometimes you will not even know there was monsters outside of your screen, because this will just kill everything before you even see it. Also, this tech is solving the issue with the burning ground, because the contagion debuff don't care about that. So this is a big help against that mod. Shout out for the community for this advice. I got many questions why not use skeletal brute instead of clerics in this build. Well, first, you can't have that much minion active if you're using brutes. I think you can only have like 5 at max, why we can have 9 clerics. I know there is an option for weapon swap for another 5 brutes, but that would destroy the purpose of this build. The main idea still to make 0 button build that can clear high tier maps and bosses as well. If I adding weapon swap tech to the build, then it would be not a 0 button build anymore. I'm so happy how this whole build turned out. The clear improved, the tonkiness as well, and it's super satisfying to see when the contagion starts spreading all the poison debuff over the screen, even outside as well. This build will be pretty good even later this week when they buffing ritual and strongboxes, because this build making any mechanic a joke that is spawning monsters near each other. Let's go over the changes. Passive tree changes, because we made several changes to the passive. First change you notice here, we're not taking anymore the cat-like agility. We removed all of this 3 point and we allocating this 2 node here, so we saving up 1 whole point. I know this is not a big deal, but I'm not using anymore the Eternal Youth, because I think the 10k energy shield is more than enough, especially while we mapping we have 20k energy shield, and we can also gather around 450 energy shield with the Grim Feast every single time when we getting a remnant. So the changes is I removed the Eternal Youth and I took a little bit more energy shield node down there, and I got a few new Javers. So again guys, on the Javers we care about the energy shield and increased magnitude of ailments you inflict. This is the 2 thing that we care only. So if you're getting any other, it's fine, but this is the best in slot for us. I even tried, slot here a timeless Javer or something like that, that would give us like even more energy shield and so on, but sadly it's so hard to outscale a 20% maximum energy shield Javel with this 3, because we not hitting that much small passive nodes, so that was not even worth, sadly. Let's go over the item changes. I almost changed the whole gear that we were wearing. So the most and the biggest upgrade that I got is the body armor. It has almost 1k evasion and 343 energy shield. Thanks to this bad boy, we can increase our energy shield to 10k, and also it gives us spirit as well. And don't worry, I only paid for this bad boy 1 whole divine, and I think that's a pretty reasonable price for this one. This is giving us tons of energy shield, so it's worth to use it. And the next upgrade is the helmet. Just look at this bad boy, 456 energy shield, and it gives us also resistance. So this is only for the pure energy shield. Just look at this. This is giving us, holy moly, almost 3k energy shield alone. And also don't forget, because we took the subterfuge mask, this will grant us more than 900 evasion rating. So if I opening up, so you can see here we have right now 7.2k, and this is transition to 70% evasion chance. If I removing the helmet, it will lowering down to 4.5k. So this is giving us 3.2k evasion, which is a massive tonkiness increase if you ask me. And the next big upgrade was we was not using anymore a shield, we now using a focus. So why we using a focus? Because the focuses can roll increased chaos damage. Increased chaos damage is giving us damage. This can have much higher energy shield if you comparing to a shield. So a shield can have around 190, I think, the top, and the focus can go up like to 550. So this is so much better, and also it helps us to get our resistance capped, and also it gives us damage as well, because you know the poison is chaos damage, but the poison damage is not getting increased by the chaos damage, but the decompose skill, you know, making dealing chaos damage equal to the corpse maximum life, and this is what is getting boosted by the increased chaos damage. So this is why this focus is a pretty big deal. 90% chaos damage increase is a lot if you ask me. And also, I was talking about I squeezed in item rarity to the build. So in terms of numbers, we have 117% item rarity increase, which is more than the soft cap, and this will gives you much better loot quality and better currency quality as well. So it's worth, and also, you know, it gives us chaos damage, because again the chaos damage is just increasing our damage, and the other one as well is grants us chaos damage and item rarity and tons of lightning resistance, and also evasion rating, because you know we have few percentage evasion rating on the tree. So this is transitioning to 400 evasion rating, which is pretty decent if you ask me, and the amulet is still the same, so it's not changed, because I would say this is a pretty decent amulet if you ask me. So this is grants us evasion, flat energy shield, and percentage maximum energy shield, and also minion skills as well, and also dexterity. So this amulet is a pretty decent piece, and also still using the ancient aegis. This is grants us more energy shield, 60% increased energy shield from equipped body armor. So this is increasing our energy shield, like I would say this is easily gives us like almost 1k energy shield. So that's pretty decent. And now the skills. So the skills is not got changed big time. So only one thing is got changed. So right now we can't have more than 9 cleric, because we slot in cost on minion death buff. So this is reserving 60 spirit right now. So I was needed to free up a little bit. So that is 2 cleric. This is why we have right now 9 instead of 11. But difference is not noticeable, because we can still run around like this. Look at this. It's so easy. We're not even running out the monsters at all. So see, I can do this all day if I want. This is the new skill that we added, cost on minion death, and also contagion. This is the damage over time debuff that is getting spread all over the screen. This is why we can have pretty satisfying improved clear. Others is not get changed. I just going over for newcomers. So we're using Decompose, Comporbidity, Deadly Poison, Magnifying Effect, Corpse Conversation. And when you're doing boss fights, you switching out the Magnifying Effect to Concentrated Effect, Corpse Conversation to Extraction. We're using Poison Concussion with Martial Tempo, Chaos Mastery, Chaos Infusion, Scatter Shot, and Close Combat. Eye of Winter with Withering Touch and Persistence. Despair with Hate and Cursed and Focused Curse. The Skeletal Clerics with Integrity, Meat Shield, and Minion Mastery. Sacrifice without any links, Green Fist, Steel, and Custom Minion Death, and Contagiation. I hope you enjoyed this update video about my Skeletar Cleric Corpsewade Decompose Pathfinder. If you have any question, please leave a comment below, or you can find me on twitch.tv/Peugeot2. Also, I would like to say thank you for my Patreons for supporting me. Thanks again, guys. Thanks for watching. I was Pidget. See you next time.